Ark Survival Evolved has one of the best soundtracks in gaming. It was composed by Gareth Coker, and I think is one of the few things that Ark players actually agree is really good about the game. And in this video, I'm going to be ranking all of the Ark main themes from worst to best. That includes all of the maps, the DLCs, and the events. This was a really hard list to make because I think all the music is really incredible, and I'd like to hear what you guys think as well. This is a really subjective list, so everyone's list is probably going to be really different, but like I said, I'd love to see your guys' list as well. But with all that being said, I hope you guys do enjoy this video. At number 23 in last place is Aquatica. Normally I don't really include anything Aquatica related in my videos, because I just pretend that this DLC doesn't exist, because it's not made by Wildcard or anything like that. But I thought I would include it anyway, because it does have a theme, and it is made by Gareth Coker, they say. And it's not really my favorite. I do like it, honestly, probably the best thing about Aquatica, because I don't really think it's a good DLC at all, but the theme is alright, I think. It's just pretty good. It's not the best. Definitely doesn't really compare to any of the other Ark themes, in my opinion. It is kind of really slow. It doesn't really sound much like an Ark theme. And like I said, just not really my favorite. Not really too much to say here. But I don't think it's bad or anything. It's definitely not a bad Ark theme at all. And also with this video, once I'm done talking about the theme, I'm going to let my favorite part of it play out. So that way you can get a little glimpse of the soundtrack as well as just hearing it in the background. At number 22, we have Eggcellent Adventure main theme, which is for the Easter event. And I think it does this job pretty well. It's like an Easter-themed Ark event. But out of all the event ones, I think it's my least favorite. I think the other ones are better. This one's not bad. It's just, it's pretty good. It's just that. I don't know. I do like it, though. It does fit the Easter theme, but it's not really something I would, sit down and actually, listen to. Unless maybe it's Easter time, but I'm not going to listen to this during Easter time either. It just fits for Ark, is what I'm trying to say. It does its job, but that's what it's good at. At number 21, we have the Survival of the Fittest main theme, which is one I haven't really seen many people talk about. And it's not really my favorite theme, which is why I think lots of people probably don't talk about it. Or some people might not even realize that there is a main theme for Survival of the Fittest, because they didn't even use it in the last trailer for Survival of the Fittest either. But it's pretty good. I think it fits Survival of the Fittest, but I think it could be better. Not really one of my favorite Ark tracks, but it does sound pretty good, especially in this part. Next, at number 20 is the Ark Ascended main theme, which is called Champions of the Ark. This is, of course, the main theme for Ark Ascended, and it mainly played in the menus when the game first came out. And I had a couple people telling me that this was one of their favorites, better than even the original, and I never really understood that personally. I don't even think this one's close to the original, not even at all. I mean, I still think it's good, don't get me wrong. I think everything past this point is really good. I think all Ark tracks are just that great. I just don't think that this one's anything better than those. I think the other ones are just so phenomenal. This one doesn't even really compare to them. It's just good. It's not bad in any way, shape, or form. I just think the other Ark tracks are leagues better than this one. So I don't really understand the people that said that this one was one of their favorites. I mean, maybe it's just a different taste of music than me personally, but I like this one, but I don't think it's near the top I've heard some people say. This one's also kind of like a remix, it feels more to me as well, just previous Ark themes kind of put together more than anything. And I guess you could say that for some of the Ark ones, but this one to me feels just not as unique compared to every other track as well. It just kind of feels like a different version of the main Ark theme that is a lot louder, I guess you could say, but not as good. Next up, at number 19, we got the Summer Bash theme. This one's quite a jam. It's quite a banger. It's pretty simple. It's a pretty short one, but it's a lot more upbeat, and I think it gets the summer vibe pretty well. I do really like the summer one. Not really too much to say about it. The only reason it's not higher up is because I think the other ones are a lot better than this one, but this one's still a banger. At number 18 is the Love Evolved one. I've always thought this is like the dumbest sounding one, but like dumb in a good way, if you know what I mean. It always makes me laugh hearing this one. It's more of like a jazz themed one, and I think it's pretty good. It's like a remix of the Ark theme, but like with a jazz theme, like I just said. And I think it sounds pretty good. Once again, it's a pretty short one. I think it fits the events well, especially for Ark. So I like this one quite a bit. But it is just an event one, and the event ones aren't going to be too high, except for one, which we'll see later. But yeah, I do really like the Love Evolved one. At number 17, we have the Steampunk Ascent theme, which I think is quite a step up from the ones we've gone over so far. I really like this one. And this is the first of the Bob's Tall Tales ones. There's 3 in total, so this is the one I have ranked as the least of my favorites, even though I like them all pretty well. I think they're all pretty close in ranking for me. But the Steampunk Ascent is my least favorite of them, but it's still really good. It's like a steampunk style Ark theme, and I really like the sound of it. It doesn't really sound like any other Ark theme there is in Ark, and I think I like it just for that as well. But like I said, I think it's a big step up from the themes we've already talked about so far. I like these a lot, or this one and the ones above it a lot more than the ones we've gone over. But also I think it just fits the Steampunk DLC theme really well. At number 16 is Bob's Tall Tales Wasteland War. I really like this one. Honestly, it's a really tough competition between this one and the Frontier one. I think they're both pretty close. This one, it kind of sounds like it's like on an electric guitar, and I think that's really cool, basically having like an Ark theme that's on the electric guitar. It's more of like a rock theme. I think it sounds awesome. Definitely sounds completely different than any other like a main Ark theme that there is, and I really like the sound of it. I think it sounds pretty dope. It also fits the theme of the DLC very well, with like kind of like the Mad Max kind of theme where it's like all wasteland related stuff, and I think that's really cool. So it fits the theme really well and just sounds really cool and very unique. So I really like this track a lot. At number 15 is the Frontier Showdown track from Bob's Tall Tales. And I think I like this one just a little bit more in the Wasteland theme. But like I said, these ones are really close. Honestly, I could change my opinion on whether I like the Wasteland one a little bit more or not. But yeah, I really like the Frontier one. I think it's really good. Probably the best out of the three. But, you know, could be pretty close with the Wasteland one, like I said. But also, you know, it's like a Western theme style one. If you notice, all these Bob's Tall Tales ones are a lot different compared to most of the Ark ones, I feel like. Because, you know, they all got their main themes. And they're kind of like the regular Ark themes, except for they just have that little twist on them, like the Steampunk one, or this one, which is the Frontier, which is the Western style one, which I think sounds really good. And definitely fits it. Especially if it's Scorched Earth, too, which I like a lot. At number 14 is the Winter Wonderland theme, which is like the Christmas version of the Ark theme. It literally just sounds like the default Ark theme, but like a Christmas version of it. And I really like that. I think it sounds pretty good. They did a really good job at actually making this sound like a Christmas theme. It does really get the vibe down pretty well. And this matched, especially back when they used to make the map like covered in snow. I always thought that was really cool, even though it has nothing to do with the music, but you know. It was kind of cool. You had the music, then you had the map covered in snow with all the Christmas stuff. It was pretty sweet. But, you know, we still get the music, though, these days, which does sound really great. Like I said, I think they did a really good job of making a Christmas-style Ark theme, and it works. At number 13, we have Valguero. This one actually just got a theme song originally in Ark Survival Evolved. Valguero didn't have a theme, but when it released in Ark Ascended, they gave it one, which I think is really cool. Because I always thought it was kind of lame how they stopped giving custom maps their own theme songs, but I guess they started doing that again, which I really like. And this one's pretty good, as you can see. It's number 13. I like it a lot. I especially like that horn in the beginning. I think it sounds awesome. But as well as that part, I think the rest of the track just sounds really good. Honestly, it kind of reminds me of the Bob's Tall Tales themes. I think like in the style of it. I don't really know how to explain it, but it sounds similar to those ones. Like minus like the actual like theming of like the Frontier and the Wasteland one. This is like if you took away the themes and just made like an Ark theme out of like the Bob's Tall Tales style. I don't know if that makes any sense or if you understand what I'm trying to say, but that's how it kind of sounds to me, if that makes any sense. But I really like that they actually gave Valguero a theme song, and I hope they do it with the future maps that come, like Lost Island and Crystal Isles and stuff like that. At number 12 is the Astraeos theme. This one actually does have a theme song, but this is the only one I couldn't actually get just the music for, so you're going to have to hear the trailer, the sound effects as well, but that's not part of the music, that's just the trailer that's playing. But I really like this Astraeos theme. It's honestly pretty close between Valguero and Astraeos themes for me, but I think I like Astraeos just a little bit more. This one sounds like really epic, honestly. Like it's like a grand vibe, which I think is pretty like fits for Astraeos because it's like the biggest map ever in Ark, and there's so much to do, and it's so big. It's a really cool map, and it's got a pretty cool theme song to go along with it. I like this one because of the theme, and this is definitely my favorite part of it right here. This place sounds awesome. At number 11 is the center. I do actually quite like the center's theme. I've made it clear in the past that I've never really been a big fan of the center as a map, but I think the theme song is actually pretty good for it, and it's a lot different than every other Ark theme. All the other main Ark themes for maps are like usually really upbeat, and they kind of sound like the original Ark theme, but this one really doesn't. It's kind of more slow paced. I don't really hear much of the original Ark theme in there. It does feel different in a good way, I think, and I think it fits the center quite well as like a very chill map, and I like that a lot. So I think it's pretty good. It sounds completely different, but I do like this kind of slower one, which Aquatica I guess was also kind of slow, but I think compared to this one's actually really good, and I like it a lot more than Aquatica when it comes to like a slow-paced main Ark theme. Now we're at number 10 with Genesis Part 1. I think we've moved on from the really good ones to now we're just in like the phenomenal tier. I think this top 10 is like the best of the best, and all of these ones are great. I could say they're my favorites for sure, which is a big list of top 10s. So we're into the really good ones now, and I think the worst of the best is Genesis Part 1. I still really love Genesis Part 1. I wish I could put it higher, but the other ones are just that much better. But Genesis Part 1 is really good. Fits the DLC a bunch, really good. I think, even though kind of with the center, I'm not really a big fan of Genesis Part 1, the map. I think it's like a good map, but not a great map. But the theme is phenomenal. I really like it, especially like that piano in the beginning is really cool. Kind of got like this futuristic vibe to it. Only complaint is it's a little bit too short. It's really short compared to all the other Ark themes, which is kind of odd. But, you know, I kind of wish it was just a little bit longer so you get a little bit more out of it. But I still think it does sound good, and I guess being short isn't terrible, I guess, because then you don't have it doesn't like run on for too long, I guess. But either way, I really like the Genesis Part 2 theme, or sorry, Genesis Part 1 theme. It's really great. At number 9, we have the Fear Evolved theme, which is easily my favorite of the event themes. This one sounds incredible. It takes the regular Ark Survival Evolved theme and turns it into kind of like a Halloween horror theme, and it sounds great. It sounds like a banger. It is really upbeat, and it is really fun to listen to. It is definitely a banger, and they also use it for like the Dota Rex and Dota Wyvern fights, so it kind of doubles as like a boss theme too. But it really works for the Halloween one. I really like this one. And I do like it just a little bit more than the Genesis Part 1 theme, even though, you know, all these top 10 are pretty close, but I think it is just a little bit better. I would listen to this one probably more than the Genesis Part 1 theme. At number 8, we have Aberration. Now, I know this is probably going to be like my most controversial part of the video. Originally, I was going to have Aberration at the top, but I was listening to the other ones, and I think I liked all of them more than Aberration, honestly. Now, I do love the Aberration theme, don't get me wrong. Like I said, this top, like, 8 was so hard to do. I'm just going back and forth on so many of them, deciding which one I like more, and it was really difficult. And like I said, I think, me personally, I liked all the ones above this more than I did the Aberration theme. So, that's just how it is for me. I still understand if this one's one of your favorites. I totally get it. Aberration's awesome. And it still is one of the best themes. It fits Aberration perfectly. The other ones are just that good. This one is also phenomenal. Like, I don't know what else to say. This one's not bad, so don't take me saying that Aberration number 8 is saying it's bad. It's literally, like, one of the greatest themes ever. But I just like all the other ones a little bit more than that, is all I'm saying. So Aberration is really good. Yeah. At number 7, we have Lost Colony. This is a really good theme. And it's actually kind of weird because when I first heard it, I wasn't really sure how big of a fan I would. Like, I liked it when I first listened to it, but I didn't think it was like the greatest Ark theme ever or anything. But it's grown on me the longer the map's been out. And of course, the map is still pretty new. But I really love the theme now, as you can see. Number 7 on my list, I even like it a little bit more than Aberration. Now, it's really close. But I think this theme is really good. And I'm not going to let the nostalgia goggles blind me with Aberration and put it higher, because I do think the Lost Colony one is just a little bit better. I kind of wish I could put it higher, but the other themes are just so good that I can't really put it any higher than number 7. But I've really been enjoying the Lost Colony main theme. I think it's awesome, and it's really cool. It's honestly one of the main things that's a little bit different, because I feel like you don't really hear the main Ark theme in it as much as you do with all the other main themes. But other than that, it's really cool, especially like later in the song. Like, this part right here is easily my favorite part of the song. But in number 6, we have Ragnarok. This is easily the best theme for any of the custom maps. This one is just phenomenal. They also reused it in Fjordur, so a lot of people think it's the Fjordur theme, but it was the Ragnarok one first. They just reused it in Fjordur. But yeah, this one's fantastic. It's more like a Viking themed theme. It doesn't even really sound like a normal Ark theme. It's not like a remix of the Ark theme. It is kind of like the center where it's kind of its own thing, except for this one is super upbeat, and it is an absolute banger. It's so good, and I really love this one. It's awesome. I even like it like more than Aberration, and even more than Lost Colony too. I could listen to this one on repeat forever. But as you can notice, it kind of starts out pretty slowly and slowly starts to ramp up, and then once it gets to the end there, it's kind of like the Astraeos one where it just gets super grand, upbeat, and it makes the map feel epic when you're listening to it, and I just love that about it. And in number 5 is Scorched Earth. This one is a phenomenal theme, and I've always loved Scorched Earth, and I've always loved the soundtrack for Scorched Earth, even though it's just merely the main theme and then a few things, but I really love the main theme for Scorched Earth. It is awesome, and I feel like it fits the map fantastically. Like, I've said that about a lot of the themes, but I think this one fits the map it's for the best. Like, you can really tell there's like a desert themed Ark theme that's really pumped up, and I don't know, I just love it so much, and I do think it is better than Aberration. I think it's just a little bit better than Ragnarok, and I do like it more than the Lost Colony one. I don't know, I listen to it, and I like it a lot more than those ones. I don't really know what to say about it. Like, I just like it more. And I think that also could be because, like, the desert theme is just incorporated so well into, like, the main Ark theme, as well as it is just really upbeat, and it is really fun to listen to. And even like the slower parts in between like the main parts of the song are still super upbeat and fun to listen to. Like this part here that has been playing. Like it's just all so good. And I feel like the entire main theme is like that. It's just like a banger from start to finish. And in number 4, we have Extinction. This one is just fantastic. I think it beats Scorched Earth out just by a little bit. Part of me did want to put Scorched Earth a little bit ahead, but I do think Extinction is just a little bit better. Like, it does sound really great. It, really gets that theme of like a destroyed Earth down really well. And once again, it kind of starts out slow, but it's not like super upbeat, kind of like the the Scorched Earth one was, where it's like constantly going. I feel like it does kind of like start out slower, and then it kind of builds up to like super epic, you know, like saving the Earth against the King Titan kind of vibe, which I do really love. It just sounds so good. Also, one thing I kind of love about the theme is like in the middle of it right here, it kind of just switches up to like this super intense kind of vibe for a minute, and that part of the track also just sounds incredible. And then it kind of like goes that like that and morphs into the main theme of it going into the end of it, and it's just great. At number 3, we have the Ark II theme. But some of you guys probably forgot this one even existed. But they did drop the main theme for Ark II like 5 years ago now. And the game won't even come out until like 2028, they're saying. But I feel like it's not going to come out 2028. This isn't about when Ark II gets out. This is about the main theme that they dropped. And when it comes to the main theme for the game, as you can tell by the fact I have it at number 3, I think it's pretty fantastic. I feel like it's insanely hard to beat the original Ark theme, which clearly we haven't even gotten to. But I think this one actually does a really good job of creating something entirely new and still being like on the same level of quality as the original theme. And I think this is like completely different than the original Ark theme, but is actually really good, fits what it seems like Ark II is going for, and is really great. Like, I think this is a phenomenal replacement for the original Ark theme. So I think they did Gareth Coker did an amazing job with following up the original Ark soundtrack, or the Ark main theme, to create the second one. And I like it a lot, as you can tell. It's like really intense, honestly, and I kind of like that about it. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I really like the Ark II theme, as you can tell. And at number 2 is Genesis Part 2. This theme is just immaculate. It's so good. I don't even think originally I was going to have it this high on the list, but when I was listening to it, I'm like, yeah, it can't be under any of these previous things. Like, it just can't. Like, it's just that good. And I haven't really heard that many people talk about the Genesis Part 2 theme. I have heard some people in the comments say that this is one of their favorites, so I don't think I'm like in a minority here, but I feel like most people probably would put the Aberration one at the number 1, but I think the Genesis Part 2 theme is easily the best for like any of the story maps. It is just so good. Literally every second of it, I think, is perfection. It kind of, to me, sounds like a culmination of like all the Ark themes, like up to this point. I guess minus like maybe like Scorched Earth or something, but like in its own kind of way. It definitely, you know, it fits the Genesis Part 2 map, but it also feels really epic, like the end of the story in a way, near the end, where it kind of like gets super pumped up, and it just sounds great. It, you know, it has some of the original Ark theme in there, but like in a new way, and it just sounds so good. I'm telling you, if you haven't really heard the Genesis Part 2 theme that much, definitely take a listen to it because it is fantastic. But in at number 1 is the Ark Survival Evolved main theme. I mean, this one is just fantastic. You know, it's the one they used in the original trailer, but it really makes you think of Ark when you hear it. It's the main theme for Ark. A lot of the themes are literally built around this one. Is like the main structure for them. Most of the main themes are. And it shows you just how good it is. Most of them are just built off of this one originally, or have some sort of element tied to this one from the original one. So it's great. This one also has like this intro that you're hearing with like the piano, which I love so much. It's like a cinematic intro that was played in the original trailer. It's part of the main theme. It kind of gets you in there before the main theme starts playing, and then once it does, it's super cinematic sounding. It's epic, you know, for the world filled of dinosaurs. I love it so much, and I wasn't really sure if I was going to put this one at number 1 when I was first making this list, but I couldn't really get myself to not put it anywhere else but number 1. I feel like it is just that good. And like I said, most of the themes are literally built off of this theme right here. It is just that good. But that is going to be it for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe. Let me know what your guys' rankings. Obviously, this is a really subjective ranking. Everyone's is going to be totally different. So I'd like to hear what you guys think of the soundtracks, because I've always loved them. Always listened to them quite a lot. But yeah, that's going to be it. Thanks for watching, and bye.